All right, good morning, ladies and gentlemen, or afternoon. Again, it all depends upon when you're watching this. Today we're going to be looking at equations, but this time, instead of using addition and subtraction patterns to figure what they are, we're going to be using multiplication and division to help us figure out what the patterns are. So let's go ahead and get started. It says Charles here. Charles washes cars to earn money. If he washes 2 cars, he earns $12. If he washes 6 cars, he earns $36. We want to write an equation that describes the pattern, and use the equation to find out how much money Charles will earn if he washes 8, 10, and 12 cars. All right. So the first thing we need to look at is it tells us about the table. Complete the table. And look for the pattern that describes the rule. Well, first off, we know that there's a number of cars that were washed. There's also the amount of money that was earned. It tells us that he washes cars and that he earns money. Washes cars and earns money. We can go ahead and then figure out our input, which is A, and output, which is B. If he washes 2 cars, how much money is he going to get out of washing 2 cars? Well, we know that he earns $12 for that. If he washes 4 cars, he gets $24. If he washes 6 cars, he gets $36. What we need to figure out is what is between these numbers right there. What's in between those numbers right there? Now, to do that, we need to think to ourselves, what can we multiply by 2 to get 12? Well, I know that I can do 2 times 6 equals 12. Well, does that carry on down here? What did I multiply times 4 to get 24? I can say 4 times 6 equals 24. And I can do 6 times 6 equals 36. So that means that my rule is going to be multiplying times 6. So now let's go look at this equation again. This equation, what we do is we look at the input box, which is A. Here's A, input box. A times the number 6 equals our output box, which is B. So now let's take a look. If he washes 8 cars, how much money is that going to be? Well, we take our equation, we take 8 times 6, that gets us 48. What about 8? What about our 10 times 6, that equals 60. And 12 times 6, well, that equals 72. So that is what we're going to be focusing on today. We're going to be using multiplication and division, again, to find more patterns. It's very similar to what we did yesterday, but today it's going to be with multiplication and division. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for tuning in, and I'll talk to you later.